That's the ding right there. That ding means we're live. And for the first time ever, we're live with Lauren Newman at Lores vs. the World on Twitter. How do you feel about that?
I'm excited to have a guest.
Yeah. This is a whole brand new endeavor. We've never done some shit like this.
Well, we had a guest, but never.
Oh, what the fuck is going on over here? My phone was on. I didn't realize it. I don't know who these people are who are on my screen right now.
And
that won't go away.
And now it won't go away. So I'm like clicking people's shit.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Okay, it was just Facebook. I was like, whose profile am I on? And I'm like ghost liking all of their stuff.
Whoa.
Yeah, see what I mean? We got like the video feed going in 2 different spots. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
I didn't know that it did that.
This is new for
got you.
Lauren.
No, I know.
I'm amazed.
But I was confused.
It is amazing.
I'm just gonna watch it the whole time.
That's fine. It's on a delay.
You can't. It's on a delay, so you can't watch yourself the whole time. It doesn't work like that.
I'm watching myself right now.
So you can look here, and it'll be like a mirror.
Yeah.
But over here, you'll see like 5 seconds in the past, like a time machine.
Who's
Lauren, that is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion Sheamus, who became a fan of ours a couple weeks ago.
No.
So now he comes and he hangs out in the chat. He does need work on his grammar. He spelled finally wrong. So the first thing he said to us tonight is a little fucked up. You don't think that's him?
No.
Lauren, tell him. Tell him you don't believe it.
I don't believe it.
How can he prove it?
He's got the name and the photo. That has to be him.
I don't think so.
How can he prove it? What does he have to do?
I don't know.
As everybody knows,
she's the only one that spells it with an H, so it has to be.
I believe.
This
Hey,
is
this you? No.
me? No, I'm not even
You
using
on
my
your
computer.
phone.
This is WWE Raw Talks Live, but we cannot talk about WWE Raw. We cannot review it match by match, promo by promo, segment by segment until everybody has their brown gloves. But being that I'm this far away,
I'll get it. I'll give everyone their brown gloves for today.
I don't understand.
it's
You'll
original.
get it.
Okay.
Hey, Mike, make sure everyone has brown gloves. Does everyone have brown gloves? Oh, dude.
There we go. Do you get it?
It's our intro video.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Sure.
You gotta have brown gloves. It's winter time.
I'm a little upset that you get it. Got to be honest with you.
I don't get it.
All right,
I was just lying.
Okay.
There's nothing really to get about it.
Artist, tell me about the A story tonight so we can get. Steve says I have purple hair, and he's indeed correct. I do. I dyed it again.
Well, I gotta say the A story spanned a couple segments, in my opinion. It's obviously the feud between Sheamus and Roman Reigns, which started in that whole situation. It's complicated, but it started tonight with, ironically, the New Day in the ring.
Yeah.
Opening segment with the New Day. God damn it, I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Prove it.
New Day rocks. New Day rocks.
How are you gonna not dance to the New Day?
You said you were gonna follow when we said
I
talk
wasn't
about the New Day.
there. I didn't know the dance.
You just did. You just make it up. What is this? I'm not doing anything.
I thought.
Remember the dance I showed you earlier? My new dance?
Yeah.
You want to
You
demonstrate?
gotta
it?
be standing to do that.
No.
It's kind of complicated.
I forgot it. All I remember is you were like.
No, see, here's what it is.
Really?
You go arms out, suck it. Arms out, suck it. And you switch shoulders.
Well, I said you should do a tutorial, so I'm gonna just do that now.
Well, I will do the tutorial if I can teach you how to do it in the tutorial. Because as people see you getting better, they're going to be like, oh, I can do this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just need a live student there.
We'll do that next time.
Next time.
I've had a long
There's
day.
not gonna be a next time.
That's not true.
There's gonna be an. I'm just joking.
Yeah, it's just jokes.
It's just jokes, guys. Nobody's serious.
Tell us about the segment.
So yeah, it starts with the New Day, and they're celebrating. They're really happy about something. I wasn't sure. I thought that it was like maybe like the year anniversary of the New Day. Maybe that's what they were celebrating. But they were just celebrating the new WWE champion, which is
Sheamus, the boy in our chat.
No.
Yes.
How dare you? Have some respect for the champ.
I think she's got respect for the champ. I think she
I
just wants
I
him
don't
to prove
believe
it.
the internet.
No. You know what? You're on the right track there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of liars, thieves, and scoundrels.
I mean, I guess you
And
shouldn't believe
catfishes.
everything in here.
Catfishes. You know what I'm saying?
Catfishes.
They got the whiskers and shit, and they got that barb on their neck. So you got to be real careful when you're talking about not literal catfish.
I'm sorry. Space Cowboy. What are you talking about?
Let's get Raw over with so
Okay.
we can just basically do a podcast.
So Sheamus comes out,
Yeah.
meets the New Day.
Mhm.
They all celebrate together. Sheamus gets in on the dancing, and I don't like it.
No.
I like when Seth Rollins danced.
And I thought Sheamus had a cheap suit.
It was.
Sorry, Sheamus.
It didn't
You know
look
what I'm saying?
great.
But
That's
you,
rude.
You need
His
to get
suit
better
was
If that's
suits.
really him, then you're being rude.
That's just honesty. We're nothing if we're not honest on this show. You get our real raw opinions.
Get it?
Was
Get
that
it?
a pun?
That was a metaphor for how he literally hits you in the face with puns.
Wow.
Someone should make a gif
And the
of the
truth,
word pun
Sheamus.
in your hand as you're smashing it against your face.
And the truth.
Faye.
Some people don't hear that when I say that. They just go right over it. You know what I'm saying?
I
think
heard
we
it.
say it a lot,
Mhm.
so people get
Mhm.
used to it.
Mhm.
And they're dancing, and then Roman Reigns, who wants the title back, comes.
Mhm.
Superman punches him,
Yeah.
and there's chaos.
Yeah.
and shit.
Is your stomach just making?
Yeah, it was. We ate a whole lot of pizza. The Danians don't know.
I only had one slice. I wasn't super hungry.
I had two,
don't know
dog.
why.
I had two.
I had one, but I ate before.
Yeah, you ate dinner and then came over here and then ate pizza.
That's
Mm-hmm.
You're
but
really rude to me, by the way. I want the Danians to know that.
how was she rude?
I don't know.
She was like, "When should I come over?" And I was like, "Now. There's pizza here." And she said, "I'm coming over now, jerk," or something like that. I was
I
like,
said loser.
"Yeah." She called me a loser. I'm like, "There's pizza here for you, and you're gonna call me a loser?"
I didn't know there was pizza here.
Yeah, you did.
Don't get her feelings.
It was your idea.
I told you, I was like, I think I'm gonna go home and see if there's food there, and then I'll get back to you. And then I got back to you.
I don't fuck around with pizza though.
And last time I came, I was told there'd be pizza, and there wasn't.
When was this? When did we ever lie to you about pizza?
The
I
last
don't
time I was on the
fucking believe
podcast.
this.
Look at her remembering this shit.
I remember everything.
You remember
left.
pizza
We were gonna get pizza,
or
then
lack
you left.
thereof.
But you wanted to eat pizza on the show,
Mm-hmm.
which we don't allow.
Doesn't equate to.
I did once.
And it was it was 20 minutes of us going. "Hey,
See, look at that person said if there was pizza, there'd be there.
That's
Mm, mm.
Oh
right.
wow, that's nice.
Seamus doesn't like when we're rude to Lauren.
Mm.
So see, that's what you're burying the world champion, but the world champion's sticking up for you.
I just don't know.
Maybe he wants you to join his League of Nations.
America's already represented.
What nationality are you?
I'm Irish,
Yeah, but
German,
she's
Lithuanian.
That's like Sheamus, Rusev, and Del Rio.
Oh, there's a Lithuanian person.
I don't know.
What about Polish?
Joanna Jacek. She's in the UFC. You think you could take her?
Hey, podcast.
She's had-
I know.
Podcast. What?
You're like not even listening to the shit we're saying.
Sorry.
Okay, let's just cut to the main event. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get that's enough. It's enough of the gruff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the matches and then let's just fucking hang out. You feel me? What's the
So,
main event?
so the
Sheamus takes on Roman. Roman's got to beat him in 5 minutes 15 seconds. If he doesn't, loses his title shot. If he does, he's a new world champion. He wins by disqualification. Title doesn't change hands. And now the main event is an 8-man tag team match where the New
But
Day
no,
comes
wait.
out and the Authority's there. And the Authority is just like, you know what? The New Day, they can be
What?
on Team Sheamus.
Was I here at this point?
yes.
Yeah. Lauren showed up at like 9:45. So the main event is the New Day and the League of Nations versus Dean, Roman, and Uso Boys.
Yes.
I
And then
remember
Uso
any of
Boys
these
got
people.
hurt.
Yeah. I hope for real.
That's rude.
I don't hope anyone gets
That's
hurt.
really rude.
I just don't want to see them on Raw anymore. But if they could go away without pain, that'd be the best of both worlds. But they weren't hurt for real.
Is that a Miley Cyrus?
It's just, yeah. I think that was her in her Hannah
What are you
Montana
guys
days.
talking about?
Wrestling.
Sheamus beat Dean Boyd.
He tapped out. I thought the match was pretty good for a
Yeah.
match with 11 people in it.
It was
Like-
hard to keep up.
It was hard to keep,
With 11 boys, yeah.
Yeah,
but it wasn't as much of a mess as you'd expect.
that's
Like,
true.
My dad said, fucking ring's gonna collapse with all that shit in there.
Yeah. Well, they're on the outside most of the time, so that's where like the supports are. So I think they were in good shape.
B story, bad guys win. B story, Miz TV, Ryback and Rusev and Lana are back together. Ryback's mad at Rusev. They have a match. DQ because Lana got hurt. C story. Ziggler versus Breeze. Ziggler won with a super kick in a pretty good match. If you missed it, go watch it. D story. Sasha Banks beats Brie Bella. E story. What else happened?
Dudley's.
Dudley
That's
boys are
that's
facing the
probably
Wyatts in a table match.
BSC.
It was a pretty good match.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Tommy Dreamer
Tanky Dranger.
is back. I don't
No,
know.
he's back for the short term.
Oh yeah, I know. He's not gonna be. But do you think he's gonna be in the match?
Probably.
Do you
He's going to
think-
be on SmackDown.
Do you think the Dudleys add a fourth member?
No. I don't think all the
Even it out.
Wyatts will be involved.
No, it'll be 3-on-3. But they're all going through a table.
Yeah. There we go.
That's for sure.
Covered the show. So now Lauren doesn't have to sit here going,
I
what are
don't
you
know
guys
what's
talking about?
going on.
So you know what's funny is I said, you were like, what are you doing tonight? I was like, we have to do a show. But you can come watch wrestling and be on the show if you want.
Yeah.
And I was like, we'll just run right through Raw so you're not confused.
Mhm.
And you were like, oh, I can talk wrestling. And I was just like, well,
I was gonna make stuff
either
up,
way is good with me.
but I didn't think you guys would like be that much into it,
Mhm.
so I thought I could. Just
Why do you
like-
think we have hundreds of thousands of fans around the world?
There's 12 watching.
That's pretty good for us.
Come on. How many people do you have live watching? 12 right now.
When I used to do like bad covers on YouTube, like when I was like 12, I got like 400.
Nice.
Throughout the week, we do like 1,500 for this show.
Do like
No
way.
800 to 2,000.
The podcast does like 80.
If that.
Yeah,
On
that's a good week. But the iTunes numbers are better. So there, you know what? We talked about Raw. We're going to hit the chat real quick. So what we need the Dan-Dans to do right now is give us topics, questions for myself, Lauren. No gimmicks needed, Lauren Newman.
Yeah.
And the artist formerly known as Mike Charles. Just give us shit to talk about, and we'll hang out with you for a while. You know
Our
what I'm saying?
friend Gina texted me.
Yes.
She's watching, but she can't be in the chat because she's a little incapacitated.
Her
right now.
guts exploded.
Hashtag Gina is alive, though.
Hashtag.
Ooh.
But she told me to tell you that you have amazing eyebrows.
Thank you.
That's pretty awesome. I
work
told you when you
hard.
came over how good your hair was looking. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I feel like every time I see you, your hair is new. So you're probably tired of hearing me say that shit.
No, I don't mind. I like it.
So if we're going to the chat, the first comment from Adam DeVries.
I gotta get in there.
He says, "There's a chick on this show?" Because that
Today
doesn't-
there is. Today there is.
I like Lauren bringing the feminine perspective to wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got a lot of
You guys
input.
didn't give me any chances to put
You don't
any
have anything
input.
to say.
Well, you
I
didn't
liked,
really watch
I liked the
anything.
girl with the black and the blue hair. Her name was Paige.
Yeah.
I
You
liked
like
her.
I like Paige too. You know
I
what
really
I'm
liked
saying?
her hair and her makeup.
How do you
and
feel
her
about
outfit.
Becky Lynch?
Becky?
She had the orange hair.
Dope.
Her hair looked a little greasy,
She probably was.
Oh, yeah.
but
You know
that's
what I'm
okay.
saying?
You
It
know,
was
I
alright.
don't wash my hair every day, so it's okay.
Girls can kind of get away with that, you know.
Mhm.
The
I mean,
grease
it lets,
doesn't
it
get
lets
all
your
over
hair
you.
grow and like
Right.
get healthy. So it's okay.
I have a friend who he doesn't wash his hair with soap,
Eyebrows on
shampoo, because he thinks it's bad for his hair. So he just washes it with water. Like he just like gets in the
That's not
shower
washing.
and
That's
just getting
scrubs
it wet.
it.
Yeah, you're just
No, but his hair never looks greasy. And I tried it one time just to experiment.
and your hair looks
and-
greasy.
It didn't. It got like greasy a little bit quicker, but it worked just fine. Like it got all the grease out, and it looked like I
I
washed my
follow.
hair.
Wow.
So I don't know if that's hygienic. I don't feel like your hair gets like all the
Don't you
germs
love when he does this shit?
as much as like your hands
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and other things. But
Burnout Inc. says, New Day rocks. New Day rocks. What's up, boys and lady?
Hi.
New Day
D-Ray
does rock.
says, I have brown gloves.
We had 3 segments featuring the New Day.
That was the best
It was
part.
fucking awesome. Them on commentary was hilarious.
Mm. Steve Schneider says, is Lauren a fan of wrestling or just watched for the hell of it?
You said you used to be
I
a
used to
fan.
watch it.
Mhm.
I wasn't a fan. It was just when I was little. I was really little.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Because my brother would watch it, and I'd be like, oh wow.
But you like The Undertaker.
Yeah,
You used to have a crush on him, right?
I did. You remember?
What the hell's wrong with you?
I'm just seeing this now that Steve said, Lauren sounds like every girl from Chicago. Podcast.
I pointed
Yeah,
that
she-
out.
she
I was
did
saying,
that.
I was like,
do
podcast.
we say that?
Podcast.
I don't think so.
Say it again?
Podcast.
I feel like you and I say it the same way.
Podcast.
Podcast.
But see,
Podcast.
Steve is from Pennsylvania,
So
so
he
he
probably
says
sounds
podcast.
He says radiator.
He
too.
says
I-
radiator, yeah.
I have a friend from Boston. She goes to Columbia
Mm-hmm.
downtown, and she says my name like Lauren.
Where is she from?
Boston.
Yeah.
Do you like
Straight
it, or
out
is
of
it like,
Boston.
don't say my name like that?
Oh,
Do you? Okay, we're still in the chat here. Isn't that weird the way I just said that? Everyone says hashtag Gina is alive. So that's great. I'm really glad. Oh, Steve says hashtag Gina is dead.
Oh, that's not nice.
Well, if he's
Sheamus says, I've been on YouTube refreshing for an hour waiting for the live stream. Sheamus, didn't you have a match like 15 minutes ago? Lauren's doubting the validity of your
I just
identity,
don't
Sheamus.
know.
you know, she does make a good point.
It's the internet.
Mm.
You don't know.
I wanted
I'm
to believe.
sorry. I would like to believe that it's true, but
Jazz James says, hey fella, lady fella.
hi.
D-Ray says, my barber yells at everyone because you're supposed to shampoo your hair 2 times a week and condition it every day.
He's just trying to sell
Wow.
fucking product.
I don't know if that's true. D-Ray has a fantastic head of hair.
I'm not saying he doesn't, but maybe he could have just a good of hair without all that bullshit.
Just to go to hair.
Brett Wells says, condition my beard every day, D-Ray. So
I shampoo my beard every day.
Here's the thing I'm noticing is nobody has really given us any topics to go by.
We're just talking.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
So that's what we're going to get away from the chat for a while, and I think we should just hang out and talk a bit. You know what I'm saying? I got to know what's going on. You don't have to watch every little movement. It does.
No, it's
just give it a couple
I'm
minutes
interested.
and then come back to it.
I'm interested.
People get mad
There's
at
so
us.
much going on
I
in
know.
here.
People
Sorry, guys. It's
Well, when
me.
we don't respond to him.
People get mad when we don't respond like right away, and they don't realize that we're like 15 seconds ahead of them. So what we're saying now, they're gonna get it in like 15 seconds.
And that we have to make.
Wow.
Yeah. But I want to know
So
what's been
I'm in
going.
the future.
Wow. Well, you're in the present for us. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
for them, I don't know.
I want to know what's been going on in your life.
Thanksgiving was good.
Mm-hmm.
Black Friday, I worked all day. Cyber Monday, that was today.
That was
here.
today?
Yeah,
It's
Monday.
Monday,
It's the
isn't
Monday
it?
after Thanksgiving.
I don't know how Cyber Monday works.
It's
I don't
not-
do that bullshit.
it's Thanksgiving, Black Friday.
Mhm.
The
Small
weekend.
Business Saturday.
Small Business Saturday, Sunday. Sunday they start Cyber Monday a little like sometimes. I don't know.
I don't know.
Wow.
I didn't know Small Business Saturday was a thing. When did that start?
I just heard about it
I
this
just
year.
read about it because there was like we had a big banner at work and I was like, this isn't a small business. We're a huge corporate.
Manager was like, shut up. I just noticed how dusty my computer desk is.
That's okay.
I want to apologize for that.
I like this heart.
Don't you like it? I carved it in there with a knife.
I can tell.
That's true love right there.
It's just
Wow.
a table. It's just a table.
Yeah, but this think
You
about
almost
all the
knocked
stuff
over
you've
the
been
tree.
to.
Yeah,
Been through at this
dude,
table.
you know, show them my fucking sweet ass tree.
Is
right
it
there.
plugged into anything?
Obviously the wall, yeah.
But
Right
it's
where the
not
cord
gonna.
goes.
I'm not gonna be able to
Just
get
tilt it,
it. I
ass.
gotta
Tilt it.
unplug it.
Like
Yeah.
that. There you go.
Because see the dandans.
See, they're barely getting anything.
But they see a light.
I
One
want to
light.
show the whole thing.
turn the camera a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
There's
how sweet
lights.
is my tree, dog?
I like the black one better.
The black one.
That one.
That one?
Yeah.
See, that's black with silver glitter and orange
We'll
lights.
put it
This
back.
one's brown with purple glitter and like reddish orange lights.
Oh.
I'm gonna get the camera back.
But the real question is, are these lights up here, are those pink or are they red?
I'd say they're like a magenta.
Mm.
Today I had this customer come up to me. She was getting Christmas lights. She was like, so is the cool white like a icy white or is the warm white the icy white?
Mhm.
And I was like,
Bitch.
and I was like, I don't fucking know.
I couldn't answer that.
I can
question
answer
in a
that
million
question.
No, I did
because-
answer it. I was
yeah.
eventually I was like, well, yeah, the cool white is like the white and the warm light is like a yellow white.
Exactly. See, what you do is you bring her directly to the lumen count that's on the box.
I
you
don't know
I'm
what
saying?
that is.
You should know. You work in a hardware store. You're the light bulb expert.
No,
Oh.
I'm the
Never-
money expert.
Oh, that's why you're so rich. You ever think about why Dick is short for Richard?
Maybe
The-
Richard was a dick. The first Richard.
It doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of there's other names that piss me off like that.
William, Bill.
See, at least it rhymes. At least it comes.
William
like-
and Bill?
Will. Well, you
He
shorten
could've
it
just
to
been
Will.
Will.
You shorten it to Will, and then somehow you get Bill from that. Rob turns into Bob. But what I hate
Robert
is
turns
like
into
John. You people call
Jack.
John's Jack.
Yeah.
get it.
What the hell?
I've experienced.
What the hell?
Whoa. Do you think Jack Skellington's real name is Jonathan Skellington?
No, because there are people named Jack. I knew a kid named Jack, and that was his real name.
Jonathan Sparrow? Jack Sparrow?
Maybe.
No.
Yeah, him maybe. I could see that. I could see because
It's
he.
because his name's Johnny Depp.
No,
the
it's
only
not. It's
reason.
because
Didn't even
I
make that
no.
connection.
It's because of his character.
Mm.
He was born with Jonathan
Henry's
as
Hank?
Jonathan Sparrow.
Henry is Hank?
He probably
It
wasn't
says
even
that
Sparrow.
right there.
Who's that?
Yeah, Hank is,
I don't know who that
short
is.
for Henry.
Wow.
Hank me
Hank-
up.
It's not even short. I guess there's one less syllable.
Jonathan Depp.
D-Ray wants to know what makes Lauren the happiest in the world.
Naps.
Oh, that's a good.
You know what?
Animals.
Yeah.
Food. Clothes. Makeup. Lotion. Body washes. Shampoos. Hair dye.
Hair dye is one of the things that makes you the happiest in the world. Like having it or the act of dyeing your hair.
Having it, because I like looking at all my options.
Mm.
Wow.
So do you buy several hair dyes and then be like, I'm going to
Just
do
to
this
look at
one? And then,
Well, usually I buy one color.
Mhm.
It's usually like a light color or like a bleach, and then I buy a dark color just in
Mhm.
case I fuck it up, and then I can put the dark color over all of it.
yeah. How many times have you fucked it up? What's your win-loss record in the hair dye ratio?
Well, I've been dyeing my hair since I think 7th grade,
Mhm.
so now obviously I know what I'm doing.
Fucking
now.
pro.
But I think going into sophomore year, my hair was red, like Little Mermaid red. And
That's pretty fucking
I
cool.
tried bleaching it.
It just turned pink.
No, it was
What
like
happened?
white, yellow, white.
What kind of
Pink,
bleach were you
red.
using?
I don't remember. It was
Maybe
so
you just
long
did it
ago.
wrong. How did you do it? Did you do it by yourself?
I had my friend do it, but it was fried too. So the next day, my mom brought me to her friend, and she like dyed it this ugly brown gray color and chopped all my hair off.
How short did it go?
Not maybe like
Yeah.
here.
That's short for you. know what I'm
Actually,
saying?
that's kind of long because right now this is the longest my hair's ever been.
Bullshit.
What?
I've seen your hair longer than that.
No.
Yeah.
That's not even that
This
long.
is me without a haircut, and since 2000, going into 2014.
What time?
Do you have a chart like how dads put boys on the wall and they like pencil the mark? Do you do that with your hair?
No, I just kind of look at pictures.
Mm.
Look, I remember specifically when the last time I got a haircut was because it was New Year's Eve going
Mhm.
into 2014, and I was like, I'm gonna switch it up. So you guys might remember I got bangs.
I do remember the bangs.
I got the bangs, and then she was like, well, your hair is dead. Can I trim it? And I thought trim meant trim.
yeah.
Like a couple inches.
Yeah.
An
Not even
inch
a
or
couple.
two.
No, I thought it
Yeah.
would be like a centimeter. I specifically said a centimeter. My hair was probably where it is now.
Mhm.
It was. She cut it to here.
Oh!
And I cried, and I had the bangs too, so it just looked weird. And I
You look
walked-
like
I
Shawn
bet it
Michaels
looked
at
better than-
Survivor
I
Series
bet it looked fine.
2002.
I don't know. I wore it up every day. I don't know if you guys remember that. I always wore it up.
I don't have a book of your hairstyle every day.
Yeah,
Well, anyways,
I don't know.
yeah,
Sheamus, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, says, "Do you guys want to hear a joke?"
yeah.
H-E-R-E. So, the problem is there. It's H-E-A-R. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm just trying to get. I know he's foreign. He's from Ireland, but you got to get your life. You know what
I
I'm saying?
want proof that this is him.
He does speak English.
He says, "Michelle, Mike, why are you so fat?" Mike, it runs in the family. Michelle, nothing runs in your family.
I get it. 'Cause of that.
That was terrible. Stick to what you do best, Sheamus. Cheating.
I want to know if this is him.
It's clearly him. How
No,
else would he
it's
get that
not.
YouTube name? You think there's more than one Sheamus in the world?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can make up a name. I can be.
Make up a name right now.
I can be Natalie Portman for all I wanted on the internet.
Yeah, but see, no. You'd be like, yo, I'm Natalie Portman. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
Okay, I could be like I don't know any like semi-famous females.
Sally Stitches.
Um,
FreelanceWrestling.com. Sally Stitches. She's a wrestler. She's undefeated. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
She always wrestles dudes. Always wins.
Should beat both dudes. Faced.
Kind of struggle with that right there.
No, that was exactly how I meant to say it.
Steve Schneider wants to know, what is ET short for?
Extraterrestrial.
D-Ray says extra testicle. He also says he gets his hair cut every 2 weeks. Lauren, is that too much?
Every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But who says that? Steve?
D-Ray.
Oh, D-Ray? No, because he's got.
If you want to keep your hair
Pretty
that
short
length,
hair.
then that's fine.
He's got great hair.
Yeah, I
You know what I'm
didn't
saying?
say he didn't.
Steve Schneider says, I get my eyebrows done every 2 weeks.
I don't know if Steve does. I'm calling bullshit.
Lauren Brett says, I'm growing hair everywhere except my chest. God hates me.
Yeah,
That's weird.
that is weird.
Was it
Why
on
aren't you
like
growing
your,
hair on your chest,
Is
Don?
it on like your belly? because that'd be weird. If you got hair all over your belly but not on your chest, you might have to. I don't know. That's not a good look.
No. Well, see, he's got a tattooed chest though, so it is a pretty cool look.
True. It kind of covers that up.
Yeah, I don't think he knows what he's got till it's gone. That's what they always
Maybe
say.
shave it. Maybe he shaves his old belly.
I just
Lauren's got a major attachment to Jake Gyllenhaal, and that's what I want to talk about right now.
okay.
Do you know what movie he's got coming out next?
Mm.
Or do you just like to watch past Gyllenhaals?
No,
Wait, I
I
feel like
try to keep up with his movies, but I mean, I'm not that active. Like, I'm not like looking up like when the stations on. So
You just image search rather than news search.
Did you see?
no, I just see like trailers. And
What is his next movie? I feel like I saw but maybe I'm just
I
making
don't know
it
what
up.
his next movie is.
Did you see Nightcrawler?
Yeah, I did.
What do you think?
It was good.
I liked
He's
it.
fucking creepy.
That
in
movie
Nightcrawler.
was enjoyable.
It
for me.
was. I liked it. It was creepy. It was,
The part, spoilers for Nightcrawler, the part where he's like telling the older lady at the news station that he wants to nail her.
mhm.
And she was
Oh,
just like, well, I'm a professional, so that's not going to happen. He's like, well, then I'm fucking leaving.
Yeah.
And
like,
he ends up
wow.
nailing her, and it's just like, whoa, man. And then he
Crazy.
treats her like shit afterwards.
Yeah. I didn't like that Gyllenhaal. I
Well,
mean,
it's
I
not
still-
was a
Gyllenhaal. It's a
bad
character.
guy,
You know
though.
what I'm saying?
I know.
I don't judge Sheamus for what he does on screen when he's here in the chat with us. You know what I mean?
I do.
I
But,
was-
you know,
I was-
I respect it though.
I was trying to investigate. I don't know if you saw what I was doing. I was trying to look up if that was actually him.
How are you going to look
How
up if that's
I
actually
don't
real?
know.
Did you just like Google Sheamus?
Yeah, it came up. But I was looking for the YouTube channel.
Sheamus spends his Monday nights after Raw.
Yeah.
Stop, you guys.
D-Race is breaking news. I just received a text from Anna Kendricks, and she is jealous that Lauren is sitting next to the Bank Boy's body.
Well,
So here's the thing. Lauren doesn't know that we have a long ongoing story here
Yeah.
where the artist clearly is the banker boy with the banker body.
Yep.
Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah.
He has a thing for Anna Kendricks, and Anna Kendricks has a thing for him.
it's not Kendricks.
It's Anna. Yeah, it is.
It clearly says Anna Kendricks.
He typed it. I think it's Anna Kendrick. I don't
Maybe
think it's
you
Mass.
have a crush on a girl who doesn't know you exist, but Anna Kendricks isn't you.
Oh, so that's how this happened.
Yeah.
Well, here's
Oh,
the
it
thing.
is just Anna Kendrick.
That's
by
what
the way.
I know.
Sorry.
Here's the
Sorry,
thing.
guys.
If Anna Kendricks is gonna be upset that I do a show with a girl on it, then it's not gonna work out.
Mm.
Cause I'm a free man,
Mhm.
and you gotta let me do my thing.
Can you sing Free Fallin' by Tom Petty?
Cause I'm free, free falling. It's been a long.
Wow, John Cena's here
day.
too. How crazy! Wait, no, that's the same picture as Sheamus.
Oh, Sheamus fucked up. Sheamus is trying to pull
Oh
some
shit.
Lauren, you know what? I think Lauren just disproved the whole character.
Well, not necessarily.
I
It could
already
be
did.
It could be Sheamus just pulling a fast.
I don't know, man. I think Sheamus just ruined his whole. I don't think Sheamus ruined it. I think Lauren uncovered his bullshit.
I knew from the beginning it was false.
Well, now less people are going to watch our show because the world champion's not here. We talked on a podcast before how I mentioned like almost every one of my friends when they met me
Mhm.
hated me at first.
Oh yeah.
And did we ever get to the bottom of whether that was the case for you or not?
I didn't hate you.
Yeah.
I think I was a little intimidated because you seemed a lot older than me.
He was.
You are.
Yeah, it's still true.
No, but like you seem like you've stayed the same
Mhm. Oh, thanks.
since then. Like you're still the same age.
Mhm.
No, it's
But
right.
I was 15.
Yeah.
But you've matured a lot. I
I'm
can
an
see it.
adult.
So what we've covered here is Lauren has grown as a human being, whereas I am still the same piece of shit I was.
Yeah.
Lauren's just straight up like, yeah, that's
No.
true. What about the artist? Did you hate him when you first met him?
I don't remember when I first met you. I don't remember exactly when I first met you, but I don't remember ever not liking you.
I just kind of wanted to bury him. I was hoping you'd go along with it.
I'm sorry.
It's one of
I
my
can't
favorite
do that.
hobbies.
You always try doing that when we were doing a podcast,
Burying people?
specifically.
That's because he takes it well. You know what I'm saying? He knows we're just fucking around.
I take it well for the show
Yeah.
because I don't want to
And then
look
he
like.
goes home. He cries on his way home.
I don't cry. I just
Wait,
break
we
shit
need
for
to talk
days.
because every time I come over, I have to park 2 houses down because you park in the middle of like the street.
I park up
Not
to
the
the
street.
front.
No, there's
You
just
you
but there's
have
just
room.
not enough room for me.
I always park up as far as I can up to the neighbor's driveway so that you have room.
I don't have enough.
I always do it. What
Because
kind of
I don't-
car do you drive? A bus?
Why did you say that like
I
that?
don't know. I don't know.
I drive a Ford Taurus.
That's pretty big though.
They're kind of long.
I park as I can't park any further. If I
You
park
could honestly.
any closer,
When
I'd be blocking the neighbor's driveway.
No, you wouldn't.
She just gave you that face that was like, bitch.
Because when I was walking from
Nobody
like,
else
all the way,
has
I was walking
problems.
from all the way down the street because you parked in like the dead center. You parked right in front of the tree.
I think I'll have to double check. If
Discount double check.
I am mistaken with how my parking job,
Yeah.
I will admit it.
Well, you're
But-
a bad parker.
That's not true.
You often park like 2 feet away from the curb.
That's different though.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where he is on the curb. It matters if he leaves enough room for me or
Who
not.
gives a shit?
See, well, I'm talking about he's like, okay, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Aerial view. This is the curb.
Mhm.
You're talking about how he's parking here when he should be parking here.
No, I'm talking about how he's parking in the dead center,
Yeah.
No, like
and
in
there's
front
no
of your
room
house,
for me.
she can't fit behind my car.
I know, I understand
Then I would
that.
be blocking your
You're
driveway.
you're
I don't wanna
talking
do that.
about the this of it, where I'm talking about the this. from
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't care about
We're like a normal human being.
I could care
will
less
park
if he
here.
parks on the curb or 2 feet away from it.
Yeah, that doesn't make
As long as I
sense.
have room.
And I don't do that anymore. When's the last time you could say that I parked far?
The last time I noticed it.
which was probably like last year.
No. Yeah. Where it's November. I noticed it in this 20 calendar year.
I don't
20
know about
calendar.
that.
Unless-
Shut up. I have 20 calendars in my wall.
Unless you can put it on, give me a detailed record of it. then I would believe you. But I always, no matter if there's somebody coming home,
Mhm.
coming over
Mm.
or not, I always make an effort to park as far up on the drive,
On the drive.
side of the road as I can, just in case. But if tonight I didn't park, because like people always are able to park behind me whenever they come over. You know, people usually always park.
Maybe people just want to.
No,
I think a lot of people might take his feelings more into consideration. Where you're just like, motherfucker, where am I supposed to park? She's got
See,
short little legs, and you're making her walk all the way
That's
down the
how I
block.
feel. No, but that's how I feel whenever anybody else gets here before me,
Yeah.
because they always park in the dead center, and then
It's just
I
like-
have to do it.
I'm like he said, I got short little legs.
I-
It's a far walk. It's dark out. I'm a little paranoid since, like you guys know, I was almost kidnapped in the 8th grade. It makes me.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! You told that story like 3 years ago on Important Questions.
Yeah. I like sprint to my. I'm just kidding. It's not.
Well, I'm glad you don't have to.
See,
be
she's
with your boy.
she's got a good heart because she's like she had her shovel and was putting
She
dirt
wasn't
on you.
burying-
She was
And then
burying
I
you.
took it
See,
back.
Yeah.
you're trying to make this a big thing. We're having a discussion among friends.
Mm.
She's just being
Friends.
honest with
Friends.
her feelings. I'm not getting upset. I said I don't think I had a bad
No.
park, but if I did,
No.
I'll check
Your
tonight.
parking was fine.
And don't lie now. If you feel like it was a bullshit park job, own it.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
I just wish
I'm not
that-
hurt.
It's okay. I just
I
wish.
just-
He's not done. He's not done. He's still going.
I don't think it was so bad. But if, like I said, if I made a mistake, I'll admit it on the next podcast and the next show. I will make a retraction and omission that I made a bad park job. But if not, I will come on here and bury the shit out of you for telling me I don't know how to fucking park. Yeah.
Wow. No, I'm not gonna try to stick up for you ever again when he tries to.
See, that's the problem. The podcast was going to go up on Wednesday. We had the Mandarin Grizzly Brock Piper here.
Uh-huh.
And I yelled at him before we started recording, and Brock was like, "Don't yell at him. Don't yell at him." So then we started.
Yeah, you're just
I'm
not
so
fucking impatient.
5 minutes into recording, Brock is like piled 6 feet of dirt on top of this guy.
Wow.
You made one joke, and we're like the
You
oldest
guys need
friends
to calm
ever.
down.
We're stupid men, and this is what we do.
This
Well,
is
I agree, but you need
This is what happened. We were
Yeah.
doing the juice tube bit. We were filming the juice tube ad for Sal Melendez, and you said, "Can you go get a couple red Solo cups and straws?" And you said the cups are above the fridge. And I said, "Where are the straws?" They're like, "Above the fridge!" And I'm like, "You said the cups were there.
Real
Where
quick,
are
pause,
the straws?"
Pause real quick. Have you ever heard me raise my voice like that?
Yeah.
You do it all the fucking time
I
for
don't think I
no
do.
reason. And then I'm like, stop yelling. And you're like, who's yelling?
I feel
Like
like, we're
5
like
seconds.
relationship counseling.
5
like
seconds
you guys
after you, every time you come out.
Because she's the voice of
We have
reason.
it out.
She's the smartest person in the room.
Hey, look it.
Bar none.
Jesus.
I don't know
What?
if that Sheamus is feeling off, but I like him.
What does he say?
He said, "Don't talk crap to Lauren, or else I will brogue kick you."
I don't like that we have a girl on the show, and then all of a sudden people are like,
Be nice.
you know what I'm saying?
This
To
is
me,
I've
it's
seen the
cool.
I've seen
opportunity
you
show.
sling some
Wow.
shit and fucking throw some dirt at people. You know what I'm saying? I've
Yeah.
seen it. I seen it, and I seen you pull that jawbone out. You know what I'm saying?
This is
Mhm.
2015.
Yeah.
Equality for everyone.
I agree. I just wrote an 8-page paper on
And
feminism.
8-page paper.
I said and. I don't know.
It didn't sound like it.
But I wrote an 8-page paper on feminism.
What was your stance?
Well, it was like
Goofy.
it was all
It's like
over the
skateboarding,
place
regular and goofy.
because it had to be like a question that you researched,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and so
What was the question?
I had
Religious.
a variety of questions because I didn't care. I like this topic, so I just went on. So one of it was like, is feminism still needed in society?
Mhm.
Which it is. And then is like true feminism still like alive due to all like the feminazis on Twitter and
Mhm.
stuff like that?
I like that.
Like the people who are
Heard that
taking it
before.
like way too
Yeah,
far. And
like-
that it's not that they're taking it too far because
They're just twisting
They're
it
doing
and
it
they're
wrong.
making it wrong.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
they're just blaming everything on men, which is not what we're here to
Mhm.
do. We're here to do all equal.
it's like Black Lives Matter. You know what I mean? It's like I understand what you're trying to say, but then you'll see the photo on Facebook. It says like Black Lives Matter, cops' lives don't, and it's like
No.
you don't get it.
Yeah.
Like you don't understand what's happening here.
Oh, like somebody who like
It's
legitimately
completely
says
missing the
that.
point. Yeah, like there's a difference between people. What are you looking?
The Superman thing. I thought it was like I didn't know what was holding it up.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah. Wow.
Right.
Anyways.
There's a difference between feminists who are like striving towards a goal and like they've got this great thing that they're working towards and they're putting in the work and they're putting in the effort, and for that I got some applause. You know what I'm saying?
but
But then there's a
Yeah.
difference between the Tumblr feminists
yeah.
who are like,
There's some on there that like know what they're doing.
of course,
Of course, there's gonna be.
But then there's
but-
some that are like
they're the cops' lives don't.
like slut shaming other girls
Mhm.
and like just blaming men for everything. Okay, can we address this one time?
Yeah, go ahead.
The one topic that I would like to address is that like people say that if a guy has sex with a girl when she's drunk, that's rape. But if he's drunk too, does that count as? I just don't see how that goes together.
There's
Like a girl.
Obviously,
can't
I
be
understand
accused
if
of-
a girl's like completely intoxicated,
Right.
then
Oh,
that's,
absolutely.
that's like a no-no.
Yeah.
But if they're both intoxicated, I feel like there's some cases where they're both intoxicated and the girl will be like,
well, see, that's where the questions of like certain equalities still come in.
double
You know what I mean?
standards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
double standards and
because
stuff
that's
like
what like some of the guys at work, one guy particularly, he likes to debate with me
Mhm.
about feminism, and he'll always bring that up, and I'm like,
that. Doesn't sound like he does it the right way.
he doesn't
Doesn't
know.
like he gets it.
He just sounds like he's like. I don't know.
He
He focuses on the feminazis
That's
on
the thing,
Twitter,
is
and
that-
that's what I try
like,
explaining to
that's-
him, but he just doesn't listen.
And that's the problem with the feminazis is they delegitimize the whole argument
Yeah.
because they turn people against all the idea of feminism, and people don't realize what feminism actually is because they're the loudest ones making the most noise.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
the vocal minority
Yeah.
show up and they fuck it up for everybody else. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, another part of my paper was about how like white privileged women like dominate feminism because like black women or not just black women but like women of other minorities or like other races or whatever, they feel like they have to choose between if they want to fight like sexism or racism.
And how fucked up is that?
That is fucked up because then they have so much on their plate.
It's fucked up that either one of those conversations need to happen.
I know,
Let
the whole-
alone you need
yeah.
to decide which fight you're going to go for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you're going to stand for that and you're going to put your life and you're going to devote yourself to that,
Mhm.
that's a fucking full-time job, man. Because
It
you're
is.
like when you put yourself out there and you're like, this is what I believe in, this is what I'm fighting for, you're going to have those people who are coming at you. They're like, you're wrong because of this, fuck you because of that, you know?
Yeah.
That's something you're going to carry with you all the time. And it's just a whole rigmarole. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I just like that we have 3 people here who can all get along.
everyone I know, like that's the thing is like there's so many people I've met in the
Mhm.
last few months,
Mhm.
and just like the last couple of years that like people have had on the podcast. It's like we're all so like-minded. Like there's gotta be all these like-minded, reasonable people
Mhm.
have got to band together and fix shit.
See, but
I don't know how to do
that's
that.
one of the problems is like the people who can look at something and go, "That's fucked up.
Mhm.
We should fix it." Those people most of the time are just like, "But like
Yeah.
fuck off," you know. Like those are the people who don't even want to get involved.
Right.
And a lot of
'Cause
people
it's such a fucking.
you'll see
politics.
like a man who agrees with feminism and he wants to like fight that good fight, and then all of a like everyone's just like, "Oh, you're an apologist."
a white
Or
knight.
they'll
know
be
what I
like,
mean?
they'll be like, oh, you're just trying to get laid. Or,
Yeah, because that's what every woman loves, right? Every
Okay, I just wanted to bring this up.
yeah.
When I was like doing my
But there
research-
are guys that do that
we
just
talk
to
about
get
this
laid.
every time.
How he
Go ahead.
cuts you off.
Yeah.
I don't cut you off.
That's like 4
We just-
strikes on this one. The next tally goes diagonally. So
Oh, yeah, you're one
You
of
can
them.
finish.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, but
Look at her letting you
it's okay, it's whatever. But while I was doing my research,
Mhm.
there was like one article that I read, and it was this woman interviewed like college girls,
Mhm.
so they're my age, and one girl said that she didn't want to be a feminist because she thought it was unattractive for a woman to like think like that and talk like
Mhm.
about that. And I was like,
That's vanity and materialism
it's
rolled
just-
up into
I was
one
like, what's wrong
lifestyle
with you?
and just like completely taking over that poor lady's soul.
I think it's like what people see as feminism now is the negativity behind it.
Mm.
You know, and like it's unattractive to be that sort of a feminazi, as
Yeah.
you said.
A feminist.
Like that is unattractive.
Yeah.
But
you know what else is unattractive? Dudes who are just like, get in the fucking kitchen where you
Oh, yeah, no,
belong,"
there's-
you know.
Yeah.
there's dicks and
You know what's attractive?
Hmm.
Emma Watson.
oh yeah.
She's like my feminist, like,
Ooh, you know what I'm saying.
Idol.
lover.
You know who else is very attractive? How much time do you have? You know what I'm saying?
I have like 47 minutes
Mm,
because I have class in the morning. So
What class do you have?
it's like a career planning class because I
What
went in.
career are you planning?
Hold on. Okay, because I went into this semester being undecided.
Yeah.
But then I decided just recently, well, not recently, a couple months ago, that I'm gonna like major in business.
Mm-hmm.
So now I don't really need the class.
Yeah.
Because it's just like a. career
But you can
class.
run through this shit and look like a fucking $1 million doing
Right.
it. You know
And
what
it's
I'm
only
saying?
like a 5-week class, anyways. So that's a short class.
One of the things I want to bring up, Steve asked us to bring this up.
Mm-hmm.
He texted me yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to get your opinion on this. He said, I'm going to need your help. I
Mhm.
said, yes. He said, I'm meeting a chick for food. I'm going to need you to keep texting me so I seem like a big deal.
No.
And I responded with this.
Let me stop you right there. Yeah.
And so our conversation continued, where I don't know if he wanted me to read his words word for word verbatim on the show, but that's what I'm going to do. He just said that we'll have a normal conversation. And he said, when I stop replying, that's because I'm acting like, oh my God, I'm so popular. I'm just going to stop replying to these people. Because we've been texting a lot. And I told her, sorry, I text so much. I usually have 5 conversations at once, which is true, but my phone's been pretty dead tonight. So I don't want her to think that I was lying and just constantly blowing up her phone.
Mm.
And I said, I do not think she will notice this inconsistency.
Yeah. I mean, if I was on a date and the guy was on his phone the whole time, I'd be
Mhm.
like, if you have other people that you want to talk to, I'll go home.
Which
Catch you later.
brings me right here. I said, I don't think she'll notice the inconsistency. He said, either way, it doesn't look too bad looking like I'm popular as fuck. And I said, but being on the phone all night is rude. And he said, I'm not going to be. At one point, I'm going to be like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. Sorry, put the phone down. And he says that he's just working as a heel.
Yeah.
He's a bad guy.
I mean, honestly, I don't know how other girls
You don't want to
feel
speak for
about this.
everybody.
Yeah, I don't want to speak for everyone, but I
Mhm.
don't find like it's not that I find popularity unattractive, but at the same time I don't find it attractive. Like I could care less
It's
if you
neutral.
talk to a lot of people or if
Right.
you don't talk to a lot of people.
He texted me the same thing.
Mhm.
And I told him that's a stupid idea, but I still just texted him.
What I said.
See, but like we basically were just having a conversation about it,
Mhm.
and the girl, and he was like, "Okay, it worked. Like, I'm gonna."
See, now how many texts what did you say to him?
I said he sent me that, and I said, "Is this a serious request? Because I never know with you."
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "No, it is." And I was like, "I don't think this is a good idea,
Mm-hmm.
but or I said I think you're really overcomplicating things and overthinking it. But who am I to tell you how to operate?
Yeah.
And then I was just asking about the girl. And I said, what's
she look like?
I can show you a picture. He sent me one.
I said,
Hold on a second.
I don't know if I should say this, but I'm gonna. I said, what's she look like? And he said, Skrillex.
That's not funny.
I think it's pretty funny.
And I
Wait.
said, no, well, I mean,
Because the
it's
picture
style,
that
like
he
the-
sent me, she's very pretty.
Wait,
No, just the style,
Yeah.
like his gear, not
The
like
aesthetic, dark hair.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, my senior year ID picture.
Mhm.
I was wearing a button-up flannel,
Mhm.
and I had my hair tucked behind one ear, and I didn't do it, and I kind of went like that with the other side, and I was wearing
So you
my
look like
glasses.
Skrillex.
And so one day,
Did you have dark hair? You say?
no, it was
Okay.
like my light blonde that I used to have. But one day, this kid in my class, we were friends, but he was like passing out something for a test, and it had our ID pictures on it.
Mhm.
And he was like, "Here you go, Skrillex," and everyone started laughing. And I was so embarrassed.
See, no, you know what's funny is Lauren didn't stick up for the girl because she was like, well, you don't know how that
Well,
makes that girl
I
feel.
laughed
You
at
stuck up.
first.
You
I
stuck
laughed
up
at
because
first,
you
but
were like,
then I
oh,
came
someone did
back
that to
and-
me.
Because like me and that kid like also like hooked up like a week before that, so
Mhm.
then it was just kind of
Wait, the guy who called you Skrillex?
we hooked up a week before that, and he passed it back to me.
That's
and we
rude.
didn't talk for a couple of days. I mean, I kind of ignored him, but
Mhm.
then he started ignoring me once I finally like started talking to him,
Yeah.
and then he called me.
Fuck.
Skrillex.
See what he did? He baited you in, and then when you said hello, he was just like, nah.
I think we both just felt awkward because I mean, I felt awkward. That's why I didn't text him,
Mhm.
and then he probably felt awkward after me not responding to him.
I like how you say awkward.
I know.
Steve texted me and said, go ahead with the conversation. So I sent him this image of RoboCop.
Do you just have like endless gifts on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then he said, perfect. And I responded with this. And then I sent him this.
That looks like someone else's hand.
It's not. But this is the girl. They look good together, don't you think?
Yeah.
She does look like Skrillex.
Yeah. But that's not a bad thing. It's not like
No, I like her glasses a lot.
Yeah.
She's got a good look.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
It was
So does
funny.
Steve.
He said that, and I was like, I could see how you'd be.
Yeah. I saw a video of Skrillex recently. It
Yeah.
was at like some award show,
Mhm.
and it was Justin Bieber was performing in like in a fucking pool.
Yeah.
It was like raining
The
on
rain
him.
pouring on
First
him?
of all, not a great performance.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
I didn't hear it.
But Justin Bieber's he's been on point lately.
You think so?
With his looks or his music?
Both.
Mm-hmm.
Like I liked him when I was 12 when he first came and
Mhm.
was like relevant.
Yeah.
And then he started to.
Kind of became a jerk.
He did.
He kind of became a jack. What the fuck was
I meant like I mixed up jerk and dick.
Yeah, he kind of
I
became
didn't know
a
what,
jack.
I couldn't decide which one I wanted to say. So
You need-
shit.
We need to make.
He became a jerk.
He became a jack.
A jerk. And then I didn't like him, but then he came back.
Mm, jerk.
Here's what I'll say.
Yeah.
Dude is undeniably super good looking.
Oh yeah.
I like his new blonde hair. I think it's a ballsy
I
new
like
look.
it. At first I was like, what is that? And then I looked at it again and I was like, he pulls it off.
Mm-hmm. What I will say is I've heard several people whose opinion. What are you laughing?
The comment
All right.
about Bieber's new music.
All right, I haven't gotten it yet. Okay, D-Ray says, "Fuck, is it good to Is it
Fuck,
good?
is it good?
I
I'd hate to admit.
See, now that's what I'm saying. I was just about to go into several people whose opinions I respect have said, like, yo, did you hear Bieber's new shit? It's fucking good.
Yeah.
So I YouTubed Justin Bieber and I found one of his new songs.
Which one?
I don't know, it was like super slow. And the video was just mega douchey.
Was it Love Yourself?
It was him in a desert and a bunch of like emaciated women all over him. And it was like, this is really fucked up. That,
Was
like,
it kind
these-
of like acoustic?
It was, I feel like it was like him and a piano. It was YouTube Justin Bieber and then read me like the first 5 things that come up. It sucked. Now what are you looking at? You made a weird face there.
I was just saying your comment about it sucking.
It sucked. The
Because
song
I'm
sucked.
trying to think about songs that I've heard on his new album. that I
Mhm.
didn't like.
What do you mean?
No.
I'll show you. That
No,
looks
it
like
was
he's
it
in a
was
desert.
Purpose.
Love your. So
Oh,
Purpose the movement.
Purpose? I haven't listened to
It's terrible.
I
But I'm gonna be real. He
I'm not
has a
gonna
couple
listen to it.
songs that are super like fucking catchy, and
Mhm.
I don't hate I don't like the guy, but his like dude can dance really well. I've seen him play drums. He's pretty good at that.
Mhm.
I wanted to like this new shit, because people that I respect are like, yo, it's good. I'm like, whoa, did he finally come around? Did he pull a Leonardo DiCaprio?
Wow.
Where only girls went from liking him to now guys like him too. But I'm not into it. Not into it. And this video is mega douche. It's got mega douche written all over it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like these poor women who are stuck out in the desert, like they don't have any food or water, but all they want is him. Get
Yeah, this
the
is
fuck
fucking
over yourself.
bullshit.
How about letting her say a little bit?
Oh, sorry.
No, it's
I
okay.
figured you'd seen it.
No.
It's good radio.
Isn't that kind of fucked up? Not a
Mm.
fan. And what is going on with his T-skirt? His T-shirt skirt.
His t-shirt? I don't know. That's the thing with like some boys. They wear the really long t-shirts.
There's that.
Like if you go to PacSun,
Mhm.
like my boyfriend has this problem a lot. He'll find a nice shirt and then he'll pick it up and he'll realize that it like goes down like below his
It's like a
knees.
nightgown.
It's like a nightgown. And he'll be like, wow, I don't want this.
Now,
This kind of reminds me of Mad Max.
that's the aesthetic they're going
Yeah,
for.
the girls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got to have that fucking plywood
But-
piano out there, though, right?
I mean, at the same time,
Well.
does Justin Bieber really plan all of his music
No,
videos?
I highly doubt he
people
has
that-
anything to do with it.
Exactly. I
But-
feel like he has people that do that for him.
If I'm already rich as shit and that script come across the table, I'm just like, this shit sucks. Let's do something better. Now, knowing that, like, it's me, so I would come up with an idea that no one would watch because everything I think of is fucking bizarre. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe he's doing the right thing by doing this douchey video.
I'm not sure.
Sorry.
Siri's not sure if he's doing the right thing.
Is that what she said?
She just said, I'm not sure, and then I shut her up
Yeah.
because no one wants to hear her.
How do
I
you
wanted
feel?
to hear.
Yeah. How do you feel about Justin Bieber?
I honestly don't give a shit.
Mhm.
He doesn't affect my life.
Mhm.
I'm not a fan of him. I don't
Yeah.
think he's at first I kind of felt like there was a lot of hate for him, and I felt like it was just because he was like a young, good looking kid who girls liked. And I was like, you guys are just haters. But then he did kind of become a jick.
Shit.
A chick. Ah.
But I don't know.
Who is that?
I don't like his
Who's who?
music, but I'm just not gonna
Is that-
listen
That's
to it.
Roman Reigns, the number one
No,
contender.
the one that keeps saying I have a Chicago accent.
That's Steve Schneider, aka Falkland, who you called Falcon earlier
And
tonight.
he was the guy we were talking about who's
I've
when I
met him
was
before.
You
I
met
know
him,
who
yeah.
he is. I
Oh,
just didn't.
yeah.
I didn't know whose username that was.
See, now
Oh,
it says
thank you.
Yautja, which is a reference to the movie Predator.
Mhm.
That's like a species of predator. But
Oh.
what's funny is his name for years was Yajuda
Yeah,
because he
you
spelled it wrong.
he didn't know how to
He didn't know he could correct it. Brett Wells says Adele.
Adele.
Yeah, do you like Adele? Tell me how you feel, dog.
I feel like a lot of her songs are the same.
Mhm.
Just, I feel like she's just telling she's telling the same story over and over again, but she's like changing things and adding new scenarios.
So different stories.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish she would sing about something different
Yeah. Then love?
than her ex-boyfriend.
Well, see, this new album has a couple songs about ex-boyfriends.
I
But
haven't listened to the new album. I've just
Yeah.
heard hello. I was trying hard not to say it like hello.
I was driving home from the hospital the other night, and the only CD I had in my car was fucking Tove Lo.
Adele.
No,
Tove Lo.
am I saying that right?
Tove Lo.
That's what I said, and then I said to Sandy at work, I was like, "Do you like Tove Lo?" And she was like, "Tove Lo," and I was like, "Okay, how the fuck do you say this girl's name?"
I don't know.
But Sandy called the Kooks the Cooks, so I don't know what the fuck to believe.
You can't trust her judgment.
No, she was like, "He says the Cooks." I'm like, "He's British and he's singing."
Yeah. I mean, in the 8th grade, Sandy also said 50 as fitty.
I do that sometimes.
No, but
Just
it
as a
was like 24/7.
Yeah.
So
Well, Fitty was still relevant back
I
then.
thought that she like actually was saying. No, like she wasn't doing it on purpose. I don't think.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But anyway, Adele, I flipped over to the old 103.5s, and they had her there live. And they were talking to her,
Mhm.
and they were like premiering songs from the album live, and she played a couple of them there in the studio.
Are we still talking about Tove Lo?
No, Adele.
Adele.
Oh, okay, sorry. Because
No.
I remembered something about Tove Lo.
What is it?
She has this one song about how she likes younger guys, and it's just kind of creepy.
I like them young.
Yeah, that song is creepy to me.
See, now it is a little weird because if Justin Bieber was singing that song, people would be like, "What?" You
Yeah,
know,
but then I feel like it's the same for her. Like
Mhm.
that's weird.
Another double standard.
That
See,
would
but-
be like me dating like someone that's still in high school.
you could pull it off.
No.
You're not
Why
that
would I
old.
do it?
How old are you?
I'm 18.
Yeah. That's,
Oh, geez.
you could do
Yeah.
No, but it's just like I don't know. I think
You're
it's
8.
weird.
I thought you were like 20.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, sorry.
But it's like, I just can't picture. I feel like it'd be weird if I dated someone else in high school. Maybe like a senior, that's fine.
See, but that's
Senior in high school, that's fine. But if it was like a sophomore or junior,
Mhm.
or especially a freshman, then it would just be weird.
No, that'd be,
for the Danians who are just joining us now. Welcome to WWE Raw Talks Live, where we are talking about Daniel is in the chat, and he says, "I have heard this Tove Lo kook story too many times." Well, that's what you get for working with me every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Brett Wells says, "Hello is amazeballs." He screams it in the shower. But see, this is what the case is. We were talking about Adele, and she did a song that Bruno Mars wrote called "All I Ask."
Mm-hmm.
And if you haven't heard that one,
I haven't.
yo, YouTube that one on the way home. And if you ain't feeling that song, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna judge you. I'm just saying, like, don't call me anymore.
I don't call you to begin with.
You don't. We text.
Yeah.
We text.
I mean, I call you when I get here.
Mhm.
But that's
See, but here's the thing: is the only person who calls me outside of like my mom or dad is Robinson. That's the only.
handsome man
Yeah,
that does coke.
the number one did.
Did.
How are you gonna say that when we're live? on the
he
air?
talked about a podcast.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. He's not in the room right now. I don't think we should talk about his past discretions.
That's just like what I remember
Yeah.
It's
about
public
him
knowledge now.
because he was probably in the car with us for like 5 minutes. That was my first time meeting him. And he was talking about coke, and I think I was 16. 16. I was like, people do coke. That's
See,
so weird.
like that's weird. That's what's weird about. I've always had friends who are much older than me, and I've
Mhm.
always had friends who are younger than me as well.
Yeah.
So I've been in the. What?
I didn't know, so I was trying to go like this.
Wait, you're not in the
Oh.
thing anymore.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, it's just pulled in.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
the whole screen's not.
Yo,
on
check this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. I didn't time that very well. Check out this little sample here from All I Ask. Do you like Bruno Mars? But you know what he
yeah,
sounds like, right?
I'm aware of him.
Listen to Adele sing this and tell me you can't tell that he wrote it.
Yeah.
You hear it?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I could hear him singing.
Yeah, I would love to hear him sing that song. And while they were interviewing her, she was just like, he was in the studio and he was playing drums, he was playing bass, he was playing the guitar, and he was coaching me vocally. She's like, people who don't realize that he is a fucking genius, like, get out of here. I love Bruno. Not everybody does, you know what I'm saying?
I like
Steve
Bruno.
says he calls you sometimes, Tommy Ian.
Yeah, he calls me and says like a word and then he hangs up usually.
Well, you hang up on me whenever I call you when I get here.
Nigel calls me sometimes.
Nigel does?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's usually just a threat in your life.
No, that's sometimes. He usually calls me when I'm sleeping, and sometimes I answer it asleep.
I don't know if I should read this out loud. D-Ray says, true story. I was getting hit on by this girl at Comic-Con, and she was a redhead and a little chubby, and she asked me who she could cosplay, and I told her Adele. That's rude. First of all, I think Adele is fucking gorgeous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Straight up. I do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for
Well-
shit in the chat.
I agree that she is attractive.
I want
mean,
to fucking...
it's like I think everyone knows that she's like a bigger woman,
Mhm.
but that's fine.
I
There's
admit
nothing
that.
wrong with that.
Mhm.
That's nothing.
I want to just hang out with Adele. Like, would I smash? Yeah. But I just want to hang out with her anyway.
I just want to have like some tea with her and hear her.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I could say something dumb around her and she'd be like, shut the fuck up. You know?
Mhm.
And that's the kind of person I like to hang out with. When I say some dumb shit and people are just like, that's not who I want to hang out with.
Mm,
Like, I say some dumb shit and you tell me to shut the fuck up.
right. You're right.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
What do you want to talk about? Hit me with some artist topics here. The Dans don't know when we're recording the audio podcast, and I can feel that we're getting, you've seen it in person. I don't know if you've ever asked about it. But when I feel like we're getting towards the end of a topic, I'll look over at him and I go like this. That's a silent indicator of me telling him to get something ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I never noticed that.
it's
That's
I
why I
always thought
do
you
it.
just had a scratch.
it's subtle.
Because I've noticed you do it. I thought you were just
Yeah.
scratch.
See, it's perfect. She doesn't even notice in person.
No, it's
So I'm
very
just
subtle.
like, yo, get something
right,
ready because we're about to wrap up.
Right. It's
Partying
like-
with my cousin. That's
That's
from an
right.
old movie.
You guys watch any good movies?
I don't watch movies all that often.
Ever? I just watched a a great holiday classic for like the 100th time.
Mm.
I was doing some homework.
So,
No,
A Christmas Story.
it's actually not a Christmas movie. It's like the only Thanksgiving movie I can think of.
Thanksgiving.
It's a comedy.
Thanksgiving.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
That movie's good.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Wait, I watched a good movie. not
What'd you
too long ago.
watch?
It's called
I guess we were done with his movie,
No, it's
then,
okay.
right?
Which is a movie.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I mean,
I thought
You
he
guys-
was. I thought he was just telling us to watch the movie.
oh yeah, it was a movie discussion.
Just real quick, John Candy.
Dude, he is
Rest
so
in peace,
fucking
Boo-Boo.
funny.
I love
And
John
so is
Candy.
Steve Martin. Too
Uncle
bad he
Buck.
doesn't
Remember
do
John
any good-
Candy?
Oh my god,
He's
Uncle
dead?
Buck is so good.
John Candy? He died in like
Oh my
1996.
God. 96. He was dead before I was born.
Okay, yo, hold up.
I'm gonna cry.
The part in Planes, Trains, and
When did
Automobiles?
John Candy die?
John Candy died March 4th, 1994, at
Holy
age 43.
94.
He died before my brother was born. Right on there.
I was
Yeah.
3.
I was 4.
When did Chris?
You were
Farley
born
die?
in 1990.
Yeah.
You're 25.
Did you ever notice the parallels between Planes, Trains, and Automobiles and Tommy Boy?
No,
I always got those movies
No.
confused when I was a kid.
I didn't.
Because it's a big, fat, obnoxious guy,
Yeah.
the skinny, blonde guy who's uptight.
Mm,
They're reluctant road trip partners.
mm,
Their car gets destroyed.
mm,
They sing in the destroyed car.
mm,
There's a lot of similarities.
mm.
I
I
used
was
to
hoping you would
always
start
get
doing that with.
confused.
That's racist.
Not racist
You're
at
saying
all.
all white people look alike?
No, I didn't say they look alike at all. Well, there's similarities, but I can tell them apart easily.
Did you hear? Kobe Bryant retired?
Yeah, but I was going to say I saw the movie.
I can't wait to hear about
What'd
it.
you watch?
It's called Compliance.
Mm,
Have either of you heard about it?
No.
No.
Okay. Well,
I don't think so.
Who's in it?
I don't really know. I'm pretty sure it's an indie movie
Mm.
or independent film, whatever they
Mm,
fucking call it. I don't know.
Probably.
But I saw this thing on. It was like an article on Facebook, and it was like the top 5 most controversial movies on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
And I like movies like that,
Those
so I
BuzzFeed
clicked on it.
articles.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
that's
BuzzFeed, I
fucking-
think. But it's about. I guess it's based on a true story in like the 70s, 90s. I don't know how long.
It's a 20-year window.
Okay, not the 70s.
Yeah.
But before I was born,
Mm.
I guess people would like. Okay, I don't know. The movie was about this girl who worked at a fast food restaurant, and somebody prank called the fast food place. It was like to the manager, like, "You're what? Do you know what I'm talking about?"
I know
He was
I
like-
know what the true event. I watched a video about it in the psychology.
Yeah,
class.
and he like called and it was like talking to the manager. He was like, "The girl at your cash register stole money out of a woman's purse. Like, we're investigating her now. We want you to hold her in the back room until we get there." And he had them like strip search her
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff. And the movie was so fucked up. And she ends up, spoiler alert, she ends up like getting raped
Spoilers.
because the manager is stupid because police don't just call you and are like, "Hey,
Mhm.
we're on our way," and then 5 hours later are still
Mhm.
like, "Oh yeah, we're not there yet." But
I think the manager saw an opportunity to take advantage of that girl, and he did.
I know because earlier in the movie, it was a female manager.
Mhm.
Earlier
she
in the
saw-
movie, the very beginning of the
Somebody
movie, she's
wasn't-
getting yelled at,
Okay.
like, you need to take initiative, you need to do this. And so she probably took that, and she's like, the guy on the phone was like, "You're doing a great job, like, I need you." And then she was like, "Well, it's busy, I have to get back on the floor." So she calls out her fiance,
Okay.
and at first, like, he's watching her, it's fine. And then the guy on the phone, pretending to be the policeman, has him strip search her again, and he's like, "Well, you don't know, she could be hiding it somewhere." And then he ends up like taking advantage of her.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember that watching. Like, there's like video footage of it, like
Yeah.
security cam footage of the actual thing. I remember watching it in psychology because I think it's about how people like react when like being talked to by like authority.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
people just like, and that's
The
why it's
authority,
called
like Triple H.
compliance. 'Cause
Complaint,
people
yeah.
just comply when they're given orders from who they see as an
That'd be a
authority
short
figure.
movie if I was in it.
You'd be like, "No, hang up." I was like, I would just hang up.
Mhm.
I'd be like, "No."
Well, I know that's. I mean, when did that? I wonder when that took place.
I feel like
It was recently because
It was recent?
I feel like isn't the raw video of the actual strip search out there? I think it is.
Yeah.
Let's look it up.
Like I saw it on Live Leak. It was like, oh, this is the video that you were never supposed to see of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Feels probably like the 90s or the
I
early
felt like it was the
2000s.
90s. I think that's right.
Well, how the fuck can you tell what today's fashion? You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers be wearing big denim jackets and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
High waisted shits back in style. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be wearing that.
I'm wearing
like-
high waisted jeans.
I didn't say nothing wrong.
I know. I was just pointing it out. I'm weird. Okay.
You wearing high waisted jeans?
I don't know. I don't think so.
It's based on a real incident from 2004 when
Yeah,
an
early
18-year-old
2000s.
employee at McDonald's in Kentucky was detained, stripped, and sexually assaulted.
Yeah, and it was the
What restaurant was it?
McDonald's.
McDonald's needs feminism.
Okay.
if you say so.
That joke died a death.
Hmm.
You know, it was one of my favorite jokes I heard for when a joke bombs. I don't remember who said it, but they were like, I couldn't get that joke through TSA. I think that's pretty clever.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's a bomb.
Oh.
Bombs aren't allowed on aircrafts.
Oh.
It's all right.
How many times have you flown in your life?
Are we talking about like round trips?
What does that count?
Does
as
a
two
round
or
trip
one?
count as 2 or 1?
I think we count it as two. It's two different jet rides.
Okay, well, once to Florida
Mm.
and back, once to Arizona and back, once to
We know you
Colorado
came
and
back because you're here right now.
Okay, I was counting.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
6.
Mm-hmm.
6.
How many times have you flown?
It's got to be more than a dozen.
Really?
If
Where you
we're
going?
counting round trips, Arizona, Florida, Nevada, basically those places. And I've
Roman-
been to Arizona probably like 4 times, Nevada 2 or 3 times, Florida a couple times. So yeah, I don't know.
Steve Schneider says, I tried this one chili that set my mouth on fire. I had to drink a 2-liter of Mountain Dew.
I like
Have
spicy
you?
chili.
Did I ever text you the video of Welcome to Chili's?
No.
The kid in his underwear
No.
who walks into the bathroom and he just goes, "Hi, welcome to Chili's." It's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. Steve Schneider, aka Flokelson, put it on my wall one time, and it's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. And I played it at work, and Sandy was like, "Oh, I love like Timmy or whatever that guy's name is." I was like, "Oh, he's famous? I don't want him to be famous. I just want this to be some bizarre clip that
One is
someone
one
found."
thing. It's one video.
But Roman Reigns keeps spamming the chat with lyrics to his own theme song that he made up. But Steve Schneider says, I hate high-waisted jeans.
I
Are these
noticed that when he
high-waisted?
first said it, but I didn't say anything. No.
I don't think so.
You're going to get us kicked off YouTube, ass.
No, you can show asses on YouTube.
Can you show nipples on YouTube?
I don't know. Let's find out.
We're going to get kicked off now.
You can show male nipples.
Says who? That's fucked up. YouTube needs feminism. Free the nipple, dog.
It's not my choice. It's not my decision.
Right? Isn't that a thing?
Free the nipple?
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
feel about
Do you
that?
fight for that?
Um,
You don't care.
I feel like you shouldn't walk around with your boobs out because I
Mhm.
also feel like it's indecent for men to walk around with their
Shirtless.
shirt
I
off.
agree.
Unless you're at like a beach or something,
Mhm.
then that's fine. If a girl wants to topless, that's fine too.
At the beach.
At the beach, that's fine.
Like someplace where it's socially acceptable to wear less clothes.
Yeah, but if you're out in public,
Yeah, but there's still kids at the beach. I'm on your side.
Yeah,
Like one of
I
my
don't
favorite
know.
comedians.
It's kind of a hard topic.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like it's okay if your nipple shows through your shirt because bras fucking suck.
Mm.
Just embrace it like Friends. Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox, their nipples are just.
Yeah. Why do you
And
think?
that's
Why do you
okay.
think teenage boys watched that show in the '90s? It wasn't because of fucking Ross, Joey, and Chandler. I'll tell you that much. Although I did like Ross's monkey.
Oh yeah,
What was that monkey's name?
the one with the monkey.
Yeah, Marcel.
Marcel.
Marcel. yeah.
Wait, when you were yelling earlier, when you were yelling about how I have tiny legs and it's cold outside,
Yeah.
you sounded like Joey. I thought about that. You sounded like Joey yelling.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll take
Joey
it. Joey
yelling.
was the man.
I love him.
Joey was pretty cool. If you said I sounded like Ross, I would no joke. I was gonna leave.
That's
Joey
fine.
was
I
the
would never
coolest
do
of
that.
those-
That's so rude.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Joey what?
He was the coolest of the dudes.
Of them all.
But
Chandler.
Chandler was like the
Were
coolest
you
under
about to say
pressure
like
though.
toddler? You're
I
like,
said
toddler.
I haven't watched a lot of Friends.
I watched a lot of Friends growing up because it would come on before Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And when you go to bed at night, that would be like one of the things that would play.
Mhm.
And all the chicks were super hot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I was in like 6th or 7th grade and One Tree Hill was on, my mom always used to watch it. And I'd be like, oh, I'll spend some quality time with my mom and watch One Tree Hill. No, Brooke, Peyton, and fucking Haley or whatever her name was were so hot that I was like, I'm watching this show every fucking
Every
week.
day.
God damn it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. I watched for Monica and Chandler. Me too.
Who says that? Brett
Brett.
Wells?
Right.
Brett Wells is legitimately a giant fan
He
of
just
Friends.
didn't he just like marathon it
Mhm.
recently? Like,
Brett Wells
overall?
says, fuck Ross. Steve wants to know if we can show the Wanger on YouTube.
That I'm sure we can.
Mm-mm.
I'm sure we cannot.
But I don't think that's what we need to be thinking about anyway. You know what I mean? Did you get a haircut?
Me?
Yeah.
No, not for a while.
You gonna?
Oh, eventually. I gotta shave my beard.
Yeah. Shave it like all the way off?
No, just a little trim.
Lauren, how's his beard doing right now? Is it out of
So
control?
it's a little like
It can be cleaned up a little
it's
on
just
the bottom.
it's the problem is that there's like stragglers
Yeah.
that like stick out like ones that get too long, and I just need to like take off like the top layer so it's all evened out,
Mhm.
and then shave my mustache because it's getting in my mouth and it gets in the way of food.
You can't have anything get in the way of your food. I know
I
how
mean,
you like your food.
I get it in there, no
Yeah.
problem, but I leave remains here.
Yeah.
And that's no good. Like right here. Right.
Lauren doesn't know about this, but when you're a man with facial hair and you eat pizza, there's a thing known as pizza mustache.
That's how I felt. That's why I took off my scarf when I was eating.
scarf.
You have pizza scarf?
Pizza
I had
scarf.
pizza scarf.
So you
Well,
know
no,
exactly
I
what
was
I'm
trying to
talking about.
prevent the pizza scarf. That's why I took it off. And
Understandable.
then I stopped eating. I don't know if you guys noticed. I put it back on.
See, that's why I this is mustache. What if I just took my fucking mustache off and it wasn't real?
I would like that a whole lot. That'd be awesome.
But I mean, having hair gets on it too.
Yeah, you gotta throw it back.
How do you think he would look with just a mustache?
I don't like just mustaches.
I don't either.
Honestly, I don't
Only
even-
dads can do that. Not even dad boys. I'm talking dads.
Dads.
Yeah. Borderline granddads.
See, there's dad boys, boy dads, and then there's dads and boy boys. I just added 2 more things.
What's a okay?
A dad is like a fucking just a straight up
A dad.
fucking dad,
A
No.
and a
My foot.
boy is just straight up
yeah.
boy.
Why not just boy and dad?
Because
why
there's
does it
gotta be two.
double dad?
Because there's got to be 2
Yeah.
to fit dad boy dad.
I wanted to tell you guys something.
Because if you say
I can't wait.
go ahead.
Okay, so recently my friend from my childhood, like she lived across the street from me when I was growing up.
Childhood friend. Childhood
Yeah.
friend.
She passed away. Yeah. She
Rest in peace.
she
Lulu.
was in Colorado.
Mm.
She moved. Okay, I moved to Tinley Park in the 6th grade, and then I think when she was going into her freshman year, so when we were both going into freshman year, she moved to Colorado,
Mhm.
and she got diagnosed with diabetes when we were like 9,
Mhm.
and so she passed away because she like ran out of her medicine and didn't have like
Well,
she couldn't get it.
Yeah.
But then her mom brought her back here for the funeral. And so my mom went with me because of course since we live across the street, like she was friends with like family friends.
Sure.
And then so we're at the funeral and we're sitting there and the service is about to begin and all I hear is my mom's stomach like
Oh, no.
I was like
get close to the camera and do it,
no.
so they can hear the amplified
No.
version.
I'll do it louder next time because I'm not done yet. But then I was like, okay, mom, like just get it together.
Cool your shit.
I was like, swallow your gum, or because she was chewing gum. I was like, swallow it.
Just get my teeth.
I was like, just do anything to like calm it down for a little bit. And so it was quiet.
Just our sponsor.
It was quiet, and then the service started, and it was like dead silent. People were crying, and then you just hear my mom's stomach kick. I'm like, rah. So loud, and I couldn't stop laughing,
Yeah.
and I felt so
man.
bad. But like, the
It's
people
just-
behind us was another girl that I went to elementary school with, and her mom.
Yeah.
And so, and it's like the mom is like this big black lady, and she taps my mom's shoulder. She was like, "Is that your stomach?"
So
She's like, "Girl,
people,
is that your stomach?"
Yeah.
And people around us heard, and it kept happening, and I kept laughing, and eventually I was like, "You need to leave." I made her leave and sit
Mhm.
outside of the room
that's
until I
fucking
was
funny.
done.
That's a really good
I
story.
couldn't stop laughing and just like thinking about it, and I felt so bad. Like this is another funny thing about that day is, me and my mom were the first people to get there
Mhm.
at the funeral home. Like my friend's mom was still sitting in her car waiting to go in, and so me and my mom were like, okay, we haven't seen them since like 2007. Let's go talk to them or her. And then she's like, she opens the car door and she just has a huge bag of pot brownies, and she's like, I'm sorry, I'm just leaving. So she was just like throwing them back, and I was
Oh my
like,
god,
I was like, you should have told me. I would have brought some wine at home.
Yeah.
I could have brought it.
that's intense.
You realize we're live right now.
That's okay.
You can tell that story.
How many did she eat?
She downed maybe like 4 in front of me,
Holy
but she was,
shit!
but she lives in Colorado. It's
Yeah,
probably all she
she's
does all
used to it.
day.
That's a lot.
I mean,
though.
she posts on Facebook.
She's probably got like a Joy Diaz tolerance.
Oh man, I don't know.
She wakes up in the morning just directly for that. Now I have a story about stomach sounds.
Oh, can I get another one?
Of course.
Okay, so I think junior year or sophomore year, I was late for one of my finals.
Mhm.
So not only
It's not good.
I know.
Wait for a final.
For-
It can be
for
like
one of
any
my
other
finals.
day.
I think I've been late for like 2 finals.
What a
in
day.
high school.
Yeah, I was late for maybe like 2 or 3. But I was late, and that's already bad enough.
Y'all
Like,
need Jesus.
everyone's like, wow, you can't even show up on time for your final. But then it's like dead silent, and my stomach's like, "Arr."
That just
And
sounds
then,
like
like-
a fart.
And then like 2 seconds later, it was like, "Rah."
That sounds like a parrot.
I don't know.
Brett Wells says he's gonna go watch Fargo and Crash later, y'all.
Peace.
That wasn't a peace sign. That was guns.
It's the opposite of peace.
And I bet
That's the Hardys.
I'm just showing them that they're guns.
I
I'm going
can't
like
do
this.
the Hardys sign properly with this hand anymore because I fucked it
My
up too many
pit-
times.
My pit itches, guys.
What do you want me to do
How do I
about
get
it?
rid of it?
Get rid of your pit. You gotta cut your arm off. Half your torso. Goodbye.
But I gotta cut it off like here. you know?
Lauren, how does he fix his pit?
what?
How does he fix his pit? His pit
What's
itches.
wrong with your? It itches.
Yeah, this
You scratch it.
But it.
Will
the
you
itch
scratch it?
Comes back.
No, it's
No,
fine.
I'm not gonna make you do that.
I'll
That's
scratch it.
disgusting.
I don't want to
I'll
get the
let
fuck
you-
out of here. I'm not going to Pity City.
I
Not on
got
my
2
watch.
shirts on.
So here's what I want to talk about with stomach grumbling issues. Freshman year of high school, sophomore year. Who knows? Yeah, it had to be sophomore because they made me take a 0-hour class because I failed too many classes freshman year.
Wait,
So,
I'm sorry. Can I ask this real quick?
Mhm.
The gold guy in Star Wars C2E2?
R2D2,
No, the gold
C3PO.
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 C2E2 is a fucking anime convention.
C3PO.
No, it isn't.
I think so. It's like a nerd convention.
I think it's like Comic Con Entertainment Expo.
Whatever.
C2E2, 2 C's, 2 E's. You know what I'm saying? Feeling.
Oh, I'm thinking of something else.
So the story about
I'm sorry. Go on.
Farts or something.
It's not-
not fart, stomach grumbling. Sophomore year of high school. You want to talk about farts?
No.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
What's the biggest fart you ever ripped?
Fuck me. I don't do
All right, go.
I'm just kidding. When I was little, I farted so loud that my dad was like, "There's no way that came out of you," and I was like,
See now, great. You're barely in the shock. Get your life.
"I'm comfy."
Well, then just move your chair over and be comfy. But we got to keep a consistent shot going. You know what I'm saying? I'm the DOP up in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You like that? How I said that? DOP? Some technical terms. Director of
Farts.
PHARTS. No, I sophomore year of high school, they made me take a 0-hour class, which
Mhm.
means you know what that is?
Yeah, I had to take those a couple times.
I had to take them because I failed too many classes freshman year
Uh-uh.
because I didn't do any of my work.
Uh-huh.
I haven't done my work. I haven't done my work. Tim and Eric reference. So they made me take the 0-hour class, and it was a keyboarding class. And I agreed to take that because number one, I already know how to fucking type. Number
Mhm.
two, I don't have to do dick in that
No,
class.
that's the easiest shit.
So I'm taking this keyboarding class, and it's silent. It is completely silent, and like nobody's even in the school other than like the other 0-hour classes. So the only sound in the fucking room. Let me get rid of this window so I don't ruin anything. The only sound in the room is shit.
Yeah.
That's all you can hear. But like every morning before I was going to school, my dad kept making these like egg sandwiches on a bagel, and they were like onion
That's
bagels.
what my mom makes.
Yeah, and so I would go to school, and by the time I'd be sitting in the chair, my stomach would be digesting my breakfast. So loud, it was like, like it was grumbling like the beginning of Mortal Kombat. It was fucking gnarly, and it happened on like a Monday, and I'm just like, I hope nobody can hear this. And then I would notice like motherfuckers like turning their head, like, what the hell's going on over there? Tuesday rolls around, same shit, and then like 6 months later, it was still happening. I'm just like, what, dog? I eat breakfast. I couldn't do anything about it.
That's fine.
I would just turn up my own music in my ears so I wouldn't hear it.
It happens. This girl that sits next to me in my career planning class, one day I noticed that like her stomach was growling really loud.
Yeah.
And I know that she's trying to cover it up because I do too. Sometimes I like hold my stomach.
Yeah, sure.
And I just heard it. I didn't look at her. I just like slowly pulled a granola bar out of my backpack and I
gave it
just
to her?
like slid it over there.
That's
and
funny.
I looked at her and we like nodded at each other.
Yeah.
And like since then, we're not friends, but I mean, you know, we say hello to
But
each
you
other.
share
We
that
say hello
comment.
to each other now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we're like,
That's a great connection to have
That's
with
good.
somebody. That almost...
Very nice of
you
you.
gotta look out for people because
Yeah.
that happens and it's embarrassing.
Okay, I was wondering if I should tell this story, but when you said you got to look out for people, now I'm going to tell the
Okay,
story because
that's
it's the perfect one. I'm probably 18 at the time. When you're 18 and you're in a relationship, I don't know if everybody's this way, but we were having a lot of sex, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And
Sure.
we didn't have an overabundance of condoms, so you have to go get them.
Yeah.
So I go down the street to this place called Eddie's,
Ah,
and
know this
I
guy.
had like no money at the time. It's like Eddie's Tobacco and Liquor. I'm 18, and like that's where I would go to buy them because I didn't want to go to Walgreens and look at some old lady and be like,
Well,
I
and
need
it's
this.
right down the
You
street.
gotta go
Yeah.
to Walmart. They have, I don't know if they have
Nah,
self-
dog.
they-
Eddie
do they
hooked
have-
me up.
Did they have self checkout when you
No.
were 18?
I don't give a fuck.
Well, they do.
So I would go there, and I had like no money at the time. I wasn't working at the time, and I remembered like when they would ring them up, it would always be like $5.34. So I like scratched like $5.40 together, like 18-year-old like boner mind of just like I need this now. Scratch it together, and I
Fucking-
drove all the way to Eddie's. Now this is a little like independent liquor store who does not abide by like state taxes and shit like
Right.
that. So the guy doesn't even scan it in. It's a different guy. It's not Eddie, the dude who hooks me up. He just like picked it up, looked at it, and then just like typed shit in the computer, and he goes $7.82, and I'm like $7.82, and he was just like, yeah. And I'm like, it's $5.34 every time I come here. I know that for a fact. And he like looks at him, and he looks at me, he looks at him again, and he just slid them across the counter, and he goes, good luck. And he just gave it to me for free.
That's one of the best stories.
It's one of the best stories
so
ever. I will never forget that story, and I'll never forget that man.
What a great. That guy's a fucking.
He's a
That guy's
hero.
cool.
He's a hero. You know what I'm saying? What a great man.
Because you know what he thought? He was like, this dude's gonna bang either way.
No, see, I wouldn't know. So he
But
made my
that's what
day
he's
better because
prob-
I'm not dumb. I wasn't trying to be
I know,
stupid.
but that's what he's probably thinking.
If I was dumb enough to do that, I wouldn't have gone to Eddie in the first place. You know what I mean?
You're right.
I feel like we've had a good show. I
Oh,
feel like we
yeah.
can get the hell out of here.
I mean, I gotta leave anyways. So.
Yeah, well, it's
That's
time to go.
perfect time.
I should go too.
I gotta go to class tomorrow. Maybe give another granola bar to that girl. Oh my god, my tuition for this next semester is $5,000.
Where do you go?
Marine. Well, when my first semester, it was like 2,000 or 3,000, but now that I'm like have to take like math classes and stuff for business, now it's like
I don't remember
$5,000.
that much.
I'm out of district.
Steve Schneider
okay.
says, I haven't used a condom since 3rd grade.
I saw that.
That's fucked up.
Why were you
Third
even using this in
grade.
3rd grade?
Why
Well,
were
he
you
wasn't
having
using them
sex
in
in the
third
3rd grade?
Maybe he used it to,
No,
he filled it
used-
up with water, threw it
Put it
at
on
his
his head.
friend.
Put it on his
What?
head.
What?
Now, in those condom challenge videos, have you seen these?
Mhm.
They got the
Yeah.
condom on their head. Do they drop it, like hold down, or does it break?
No, it's tied, I think.
And so
Right.
it breaks
It's
through?
tied and then it breaks.
Yeah, because it
And-
goes inside out.
That's
because
a
of
good
the-
way to just suffocate and choke and
When I
die.
first saw one, like it was the girl in the red bathing suit, and it went over her nose, and I was just like, "That girl's gonna die."
Well, it goes over your full head, but if you know what you're doing, when you know it's going to happen,
Mhm.
like you prepare to get off.
Mm.
If you didn't know, you panic and go,
Or like the lunch
I really
meat
hurt
challenge.
the hell is
The
that?
lunch meat thing?
That sounds
It's like
disgusting.
people like they put a piece of lunch meat right here and then they inhale hoping that they just swallow it, but some people would choke.
Wait
You
a
don't
minute, wait a
inhale
minute.
to swallow food. That's the dumbest shit I've ever
Some
heard.
people can do it. I don't know if it's called the lunch meat challenge. It's just
Sounds
what-
right.
Here's what I need you to do. Okay, I have that. So we need to get the hell out of here. Lauren, where can the Danans follow you on the Twitters?
At Lores versus the World.
What about you?
At the artist 616.
Where do they follow me?
At IDS 616.
Give them some heavy rotation. I want to thank No Gimmicks Needed, Lauren Newman, for joining us here tonight. I hope you come back for another Raw Talks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Good, I'm glad. I'm glad
Thank
you
you.
came over.
I appreciate it. I appreciate the pizza.
Anytime.
The one slice that I had.
Take another one.
No, it's okay. I'm full.
Did you say Ote?
I said that's okay.
Just like you said Ote.
I'm-
Bye-bye, Danans.
Well, a very, very heavy rotation
It
tonight.
sounds like
We had
me.
a very Darrison. But let's go ahead, Terrace chasing those.